Okay, y'all, alrighty. Hey, y'all, today, y'all, I'm gonna be cooking 2 meals. 2 of them. Alright, so the first meal I'm gonna be cooking is Alfredo, and I'm gonna be using these Miracle Noodle plant-based foods, fettuccine style noodles. They have 1 gram net carb per serving, so that's why I got these bad boys. Kind of feels like they have water or something in them. Like, they feel like something's in the pouch with them. I'm not sure. This will be my first time trying them, so I'll see how they are. You can cook them in the microwave for 60 seconds or on the stove top for 5 minutes. I'm going to be cooking them on the stove top, and then I have some shrimp to go into that. These are cooked shrimp, peeled, deveined, tail on, medium. And over here, I have some classical 4-cheese Alfredo sauce and some grated Parmesan Romano right here. Some mozzarella. Oh yeah. So that's the first recipe I'll be making. The second one that I'm making is gonna be, I believe it's called chile poblanos, because when I go to restaurants they call it chile relleno, but a chile relleno is usually fried or battered. But I'm gonna be just doing the stuffed poblano peppers with beef and queso fresco cheese. All right, so I'm gonna get started on that second, but I'm gonna do the Alfredo first. So let me get started with that. I'm gonna grab my ingredients from my other recipe real quick. I have my ground beef in the sink right now. I just took it out the freezer not too long ago, but I have here some original taco seasoning mix, some carb balanced flour tortillas. These are small, and I'm gonna fry these and use them as tortilla chips to eat with the chile poblano. Here I have poblano peppers. I have some queso fresco. I also have Kobe jack and mozzarella, just in case I want to, add something to the queso fresco, mix it up, make it more cheesy. But yep, let me wash my hands, and then we're gonna get started on the Alfredo. All right, y'all, so first I'm gonna get my shrimp seasoned and heated. So it's actually pre-cooked, like I said earlier. All right, so I'm just gonna get a little pot. I'm gonna use this pot to boil my noodles in. I recently had some shrimp from a local restaurant that was seasoned well, so I'm gonna try and, season this a little similarly, possibly. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. So here's my shrimp. Let's get this started. Turn on the cooktop. Now I'm thinking I probably should have got some of the tail off, because these have the tail on them, but I'll deal with that when I eat it. All right, so let's get this seasoned. All right, so I added garlic powder, onion powder, and I'm gonna do some pepper and some salt. So yeah, I'm just getting these heated. And then after I get them heated a bit, I'm gonna add some of my Alfredo sauce to them and let them cook with that. All right, y'all, and I do have to have the fan on while I'm cooking. All right, so I'm gonna get my Alfredo sauce ready. I'm gonna actually scoot y'all back a little bit, so that way you can see my face more, so I don't have to keep leaning down like that. But here I have my classical 4-cheese Alfredo sauce made with fresh cream and aged Parmesan. Gonna get that poured into my shrimp, just a little bit of it. And also here I have my grated Parmesan Romano cheese. I'm gonna spoon some of that into my shrimp. But yeah, I've started cooking more this week. I plan on having the stuffed chile poblanos, shrimp Alfredo, which is what I'm making right now. Then also I want to do a white sauce pizza with the remaining sauce in this jar. And then I also want to make some club sandwiches this week, possibly. But yeah, we're starting out with the Alfredo and get me a fettuccine cheese. So like I said, this is my first time having them. Open bag, drain any residual water, rinse briefly. Noodles are now ready. Then you can add to the microwave or a pan. So what I'm gonna do is drain these. Alright, so I got my shrimp turned off now. They're just waiting for my noodles. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my noodles to my other pot. Alright, can you see them? They're just white. I'm gonna let those get heated for just a minute. Then we're gonna add my shrimp. It says they take 5 minutes. And here's how they look. They kind of look like jellyfish. But yep, I'm gonna get those heated. I'm gonna add my shrimp, my sauce, my cheese, and then I'll show y'all the finished pot. So we're gonna mix this around, let it cook. I have it on medium heat. My stove literally says medium, so. Alright, so we got a decent amount of cheese in here. Well, I got a decent amount of cheese in here. I'm gonna just let this cook for a bit. And then I'll show y'all, like I said, after it's cooked down and looks done. Alright, but I'll be back. Alright, y'all, so since this will be my first time making the stuffed poblano peppers, I might film me like cooking the meat and stuff like that, and I'll probably show you the finished product, but it's my first time making this, so I need to read the instructions to be from the website that I'm reading to make sure I do this correctly. So I'll probably show you the finished product with that, and the finished product with the Alfredo, which is still boiling down. So you'll see that later, so I'll be back. Alright, y'all, it's update time. I have my beef in my pan. You can see it. You see it. You see it. I got my beef in my pan. I got my chiles roasting in the oven. I'm about to check on them right now because they're popping. Yep. Turn those bad boys off because I don't want them to burn. And I'm going to add my taco seasoning mix, just a little bit of it, to my beef in just a second. Let me get these chiles out the oven real quick. And I'll show y'all a close-up. Hopefully these bad boys do not pop me. I'm gonna give them a second to calm down because I ain't trying to get my skin popped up by a pepper. I'm reading a recipe that I found on Pinterest, and I will put it in the description box if you want to make the same recipe for the chile poblanos. But yep, the stuffed poblano peppers. Yes, these are roasted. They're squishy, and let me show them to you. All right, and yeah, I got my square little thing of pound of beef from Walmart. But yeah, they are roasted. You see the bubbles and stuff. They're squishy, so now I have to cut them open and get the seeds out. Alright, so I'm gonna score these bad boys and get a spoon and get the seeds out. Yep, you can see some of the black on the bottom. You might not be able to see it, but they're black. Alright, so open. They said do a T, kind of like a T on the top. And then I'm gonna have to scoop the seeds out with a spoon. So I'm going down, then I'm making a line across the top by the stem. To be honest with y'all, this is a little bit scary. They're saying they recommend gloves, but you can use a spoon. If you're using your hands, they recommend gloves to get the seeds out. But I'm definitely gonna be using a spoon because I am not trying to have my fingers burning. My fingers are burning just thinking about the heat from the seeds. But yeah, I'm gonna have to stuff these and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna just give them a minute, but I'm gonna start working on my beef. So I'm gonna let those sit for just 1 second. Get my beef turned on. I got it on 4. And I'm just gonna add some of my taco seasoning. Not too much, because I don't want this to be like overly seasoned and heartburn, because you know this is already spicy and cheese, so I'll probably add a little bit more once it starts cooking down. But let me get out the meat masher. This bad boy is from Dollar Tree for $1.25. This beef needs a little bit of time to, like, you know, thaw a tiny bit more. I did have it thawing while I was making my Alfredo, which I'll show y'all later, the Alfredo. But yeah, it needs a little bit of time for it to get softer. I'm just getting out a spare bowl, and I'm just gonna, oh, these are leaking water. I'm just gonna put the seeds and that stuff on there. I hope these bad boys cooperate with me. I think they just take the stems off, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna cut the meat off of them and put them in the recipe again some kind of way. This one has just a ton of seeds, my goodness. Look at all those seeds. All those seeds. Yeah. And it's burning up under my nails. Yeah. Yeah. But it'll be alright. But yep, I got these all scraped pretty good. Good enough. Alright. So I have my peppers in my other container. Like I said, I got a little bit of excess skin and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put that excess skin from the stems in the casserole dish. Just to not waste anything. I'm just adding a little more taco seasoning now. I'm gonna add a little pepper. The pepper's trying to jump all over the stove. And then just a tiny bit of salt. This was 80%. It was 80-20. So, yep. It was a pound, so we're going to get this cooked down. And I believe it was organic. It's by Market Side, which is Walmart. I'm using the La Morenita Queso Fresco. I got this from Walmart. Fresh crumbling cheese made with whole milk. This is the 10 ounce. They also had bigger, like maybe 24 ounce. But I got the 10 ounce. So yeah. And I also have some tortillas waiting on the counter. I'm going to fry those bad boys up like chips. And you will see some more of, you know, the finished product later. Alright, y'all. So I got the beef on top of the poblanos. Here I have my queso fresco, and I'm going to add my other cheeses. Then I'm going to put this in the oven at 425. Alright, y'all, so here's the queso fresco. I got Colby Jack and mozzarella on there. The queso fresco are the big cubes. And this is about to go in the oven at 425. And here's the Alfredo. I put some mozzarella in it also, and some of the Parmesan and Romano grated. But yups. We'll be back. We'll see the finished results for the stuffed poblano peppers. And I'll let you know they taste a lot lighter too. Alright, y'all, you can see my tripod and all that good stuff. But I'm just using a pizza cutter to just cut these chips. These are low carb tortillas. These are street taco size. I wasn't paying attention when I bought them. So these are small, but they'll do. I'm just using the entire bag. Like I said, this is my first time making stuffed poblano peppers, and this is my first time making homemade tortilla chips. So hopefully this goes good, because before I tried to make wontons, like wonton strips that were fried, and it didn't turn out well. So yep. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my poblanos into the oven. Alrighty, y'all, and here are my stuffed poblano peppers. Let me show y'all my homemade tortilla chips. And these are my homemade low-carb tortilla chips. They're just low-carb tortillas with salt. Fry those bad boys up, and I'll let y'all know later the taste, the verdict. But let me show you the main meal again. Alright, and this is dinner for tonight. Verdict coming up in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so my verdict is that the stuffed poblano peppers are pretty good. Next time I'll probably peel the skin off the peppers because it was a little bit bitter. And I'll probably season the meat a little bit more and maybe use a different cheese, like maybe some, I don't know, like queso blanco, like, you know, just some white cheese sauce. I'm not sure about the queso fresco, that crumbling cheese, but it was pretty good. Also, the miracle noodles weren't bad with the Alfredo. They were a little bit chewy, as some reviews I saw said, but you know, low carb options.